Good morning, good morning. Tamimi, Dum Dum, how we doing? I'm good. Considering. Damn Ravens, man. Choked. But it's part of sports. Just really thought this was our year, man. Really thought it was. We had the team. I've been saying it for weeks. The only team that was gonna beat us was ourselves, and we beat ourselves. It's on full display last night. Yesterday, not last night, per se, but you know what I mean. Did I watch the whole Lions game? You want me to be completely honest? I don't even know who won the Lions game. So go ahead and tell me. I saw the first two touchdowns. That was it. Let me find the highlights real quick. I honestly I was so distraught from the Ravens game, and I ended up going to bed with my kid. I fell asleep with my kid, and then I just went to bed.
I think early on, the Lions are going to lean heavily.
I'm going to mute it because I don't want to get copyrighted. Just going to scroll through. I saw the first two touchdowns. Damn, look at McCaffrey. Pouncing it. Damn. Tell you what, for being, he's not even that big of a dude. 14-7. So I didn't see any of this. Oh, wow. Wait, did I miss the touchdown? Oh, yeah, I did. Nice little 15-yard run. Oh, whoa. Oh, those are some broken tackles. All right. 21-7. Looks like they're going in right before halftime. First down. Got a couple shots here at the end zone. Oh, he felt what? Tell me he gets in. Oh, that would have been crazy. They have timeout. Use timeout. Oh, they end up kicking a field goal. Okay. 24-7 at half. 24-10. Field goal. Oh. This is some kind of crazy catch. Oh! It hit him in the helmet? Did you see that? What's the flag, though? It goes over his head, hits the defender in the hand, in the helmet, pops up for Ayuk to catch it. What a crazy play. And then he gets the touchdown. Wow. What a crazy series of events that was. Christian McCaffrey, another touchdown. 24-24. Wow, now they're... Dude, momentum is a thing. But whatever people keep wanting to say, it's not. 27-24, they kicked the field goal. McCaffrey at the 1. 3 minutes left. They score. It's pretty much over, right? She did. 34-24. They're at the goal line. 4th and goal. So this is the game. 1 minute left. They only got 2 timeouts, so they're pretty much screwed anyway because they got to go for the onside kick. Catches it, though, with a bullet. All right, so it came down to an onside kick. That sucks. At least we had a shot at... No way. Oh, did he touch it early? Oh, he almost had it. I think he touched it early, though. Let's see. Oh, that would have been so close. That would have been hard to review. All you had to do was catch it, though. Damn. Wow, they came back and won. Damn. I was hoping the Lions won. Yeah. Pretty sad day yesterday. So I wonder who's going to wear white at the Super Bowl. I still can't believe that, man. It's so frustrating. What's up, Zishan? Haha, take L? What's that mean? Like, take the L? I already took it, man. Ain't nothing I can do about it now. Just wish my nose. I still can't believe I don't feel 100%. Oh, yeah, I need to go get my drink. Do that real quick. How you felt? Yeah. I'll tell you what, how you felt with the Texans last week, like how off they were pretty much. I mean, they weren't super off. Like, I do think the Ravens kind of outplayed them a little bit, but they definitely weren't their best selves. That's kind of how I felt yesterday. Like, we beat ourselves yesterday. The game was never out of reach. Like, it was always right there to take, and we just kept messing up, man. It was hard to watch. I felt for Zay Flowers, though, man, because everyone's getting on him for fumbling, you know, go down, just, you know, you can score on the next, like it was first down, etc. But the way that we were playing, we needed a spark, and that man went, like, he had it. He had 2 hands on the ball. Like, he went for the touchdown, and you got to respect that. Now, what he did with the taunting and after the fumble, like, you know, putting himself on the bench and shit, like that's rookie shit, right? Like, he'll learn from that. But him going for that touchdown in that moment, like, I don't fault that at all. Like, you got it. What do they say? Winners want the ball, right? He wants to be a winner. He wanted that touchdown to help his team, and the defender just punched it out. I mean, he made a good play. Like, it is what it is. I mean, that's the game. But I cannot fault him at all for going for that. Like, anyone who tries to get on him for that can F off. Yeah, Justin, I can't imagine being there, man. I would have been so pissed. I'm sure the atmosphere there was just shitty. It's like you were forcing cheering, probably like people like wanted to cheer, but just never from the get. There was just never a reason to cheer, like except for the crazy Zay play for our touchdown. That was it. If you would have told me before the game, would you want the Chiefs, like if you came to me and were like, all right, look, the Chiefs are going to score 17 points. Are you okay with that? I would have been like, hell yeah. Absolutely hell yeah. I would have been like, they can have 17 all day. We should be able to score 30. And you're going to tell me they can only score 17? Like, bring it on. And then score 7, 10, whatever. Last field goal is whatever. I thought Lamar was going to throw a TD to himself. Dude, if he would have kind of beat that one guy, the other two were linebackers. Like, he could have outran them. That would have been pretty cool. It sucks. I really thought this was the year that we were going to win it. Like, we were the dominant team. We were the favorite. And I said it. I've been saying it for weeks. Like, the only team that could beat us was us. And we did. We beat ourselves. I mean, I'm not going to talk bad about Lamar, but I mean, he knows it. He kind of choked. I mean, he didn't show up. He overthrew every receiver on all the deep routes except for the Zay ball. He didn't run. Like, there was times where he should have, well, he did run on some of the plays, but he just didn't take off when he was supposed to. So he was getting taken down for like 5-yard gains, where if you watch his film throughout the year, those same runs, he's getting 20, 30, 40 yards on some of those runs because he took off when he was supposed to. He kept delaying it. He kept looking for the pass downfield. We abandoned the run game the entire game. I think what did we have? Like 9 total carries or some bullshit? Like we had 0 run game. It was just, it wasn't the Ravens that we were watching all year. This was a different team. And it was just that, I think that was the frustrating part, is it was like they were trying to be something that isn't what was winning the games all year. So does that come down to Monken calling the plays? I mean, you have to put some of the blame on him. Like, where was the run game? He's the one saying, if we're going to run the ball or not. Oh, shit. I don't like this. All right, we're just gonna trust it. Where's the volatility here? I don't like this at all. All right. Did you see what we had to go through there? We got like 3 partial fills there. That means it literally came to our order to the tick 3 separate times. Crazy. But we got our fill. And it ended up being a little bit of a sweep. So far. This feels like it wants to go lower. All right, well, good first day. I'm not looking to trade unless we get to the bands. Even first 5-10 minutes, I'm not really looking anyway. I actually almost canceled my orders, like, and just let it be, just the way that it was trading. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let it be, see what happens, trust it. See you tomorrow or row? What are you talking about? I had water all over the place. Out of them. I'll play, ma. It looks like we could have left our order in to go up too. Looks like we caught the bottom. Looks like they swept it under there real quick. The reason I was okay with that trade coming down is because looking left, I didn't really see a reason for this to be a crazy good support. So I left it, but it ended up being a decent support. Yeah, it's it's like $5 per contract. Or I guess it's $4 per contract, right? Because 10 contracts. $4 in and out, so it's $2. No, I was using 10. Oh, 3. You thought it was 3 per? No, so it's $2 each ticket essentially. Do any of you know of like a battery operated light or a rechargeable light that puts off like a ton of light that you can like make it looks like a normal light, like a ceiling light? We bought this one. Here, I'll show you. Oops. Don't do that. Well, we have a lamp, but we wanted, so we reorganized everything and we made like an actual game room because we've been playing a lot of games with the kids. So we took the front room that we weren't really using and we made it an actual game room. So I wanted something to shine straight down onto the table where we're playing so we can see everything. And the one that I got, it's so small. It's like the size of my hand essentially. But it's this. So it works, but it just doesn't really put off like that much light. But it's rechargeable. It's 500 lumens, I think it said. And I mean, it does an okay job, but you need to have like a lamp to help the rest of the room too. But I would love to find... Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I would love to find one that's twice as big, twice as much power, but they don't seem to make them. I didn't think that this would be that big of an issue. Like they make those little like flashlights that are like 10,000 lumens and whatnot. It's like why can't I find one of these like ceiling lights that are that like you would have a bigger body to put it in, like I'm a little confused at why it's not a thing. But yeah, I was just curious if anyone... I've been like looking for the last 2 days and I can't seem to find anything. Everything I find are like those work lights or just lights that you have to plug in, but we don't want to run electric because it's the room. It just has a bunch of outlets. There's no like light in the middle of the room. We'd have to like cut through the drywall and run it to the switch, and I don't really want to do that. I'd rather just hang a light up there. But it's like they make these 10,000 lumen work lights that run on battery. It's like there has to be one somewhere. I just can't find it. Yeah, I did actually, but they're all just work lights. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking at this one. They have rechargeable flashlights that are 10,000 lumens. I'm just looking for 1,000 lumens. I don't know. I'm sure I'll find some. I just didn't know if maybe you guys might have knew something offhand. This whole time I forgot I turned my mic off to blow my nose. That was the first time I've ever done that. Thank you, Artem. You guys could have said. Oh, AP did say it too. Thank you, AP. Sorry. No, Zishan. That's the same one that I have. It's just a 2-pack. But if you scroll down and check the stuff, it has the same lumens and everything as the one that I got already. Thanks, Artem. Yeah, that was my bad. I usually don't turn my mic off, but I noticed that when I was blowing my nose, even if I turned around, that it would still activate the mic. So I clicked it on OBS to turn the mic off so that you guys wouldn't be able to hear it. And I just forgot to click it back on. What I was saying too is don't forget that today is the last day of 80% off. So if you're going to add any accounts while it's 80% off, now today would be the day. And it's at close. It's not at midnight tonight. It's at close. So 5 o'clock Eastern is when it ends. That is also when the 1-day pass ends as well. So if you're looking to pass any of the evals, today's the day to gamble it up. Yep. And I'm still not 100%, so kind of sucks. I can't shake whatever this is, man. And then 90%, nah, that they'll wait to do that. That's coming though. Maybe they were waiting for 100 mil instead of 90 mil. I figured since they did the 80% for the 80 mil, they do the 90% for the 90 mil. But maybe they're waiting for the big 100 for that. I don't think they can legally give anything away for free. You ever know, like, some of the places that would do, like, the fast food places, they do, like, buy one, get one for a penny? That's because they, for a while, I think they had some legislation go through that you couldn't do, like, get one free. For, I don't even know, I don't even remember why. But that's why they did the penny thing, because they couldn't legally give it away for free. And I think that they do that, and I still think that's a thing for a lot of stuff, because you see it all the time, like buy one, get one for a penny. Or a lot of people just do buy one, get one half off now too. But that's always been a thing. Imagine if they do a $1 sale. That would be... I don't think they would ever do that. The thing is, people would buy so many of them. Like the people that go for the 20 accounts, they would just buy like way too many. The only problem with those is what do you put for the amount left over? Because usually they just double it. So like if it was 90% off, it was $17. It was $34 to renew it a month later. If you do $1, they're not gonna have it be $2. They would have to keep it at that like $34 or $40. Because if not, everyone would literally just buy like 100 accounts and they would just sit there. Because what's it to them to renew them every month? Dom, I'm mainly like I'm day trading futures. I'm still trading stocks via options, but I'm just selling options. I'm not buying options. I mean, I buy options like leap options, but I'm essentially running the wheel strategy with options. So I'm essentially looking to sell puts and sell covered calls. Am I buying more accounts? Yes. I'm just waiting for the 90% off. I'm gonna try to get to 6. My idea is I want to get to 6 funded accounts so I can do 3 trading the way that I traded today, and then 3 where after I trade the open, I can then trade the bands, trying to do the other strat where I let it get to the bands and then I get the pullback to the middle line. I am starting to think, though, that I might add the other band back, the 2.5 band, but I might stretch it a little bit. I might go to 3 because we do get this a lot where we get to that, like, almost to the bands. But even this one isn't a great example because we got to the bands, didn't get back to the line, went higher, and then went back to the line. So it still would have been a winning trade, but not the best of examples. I also need to figure out a stop for that. I don't know if it's going to be like a dollar stop or what, but I think it is. I just don't know what it's going to be. Finally got my haircut. Oh yeah, nice, man. No, I'm still in ISW, and I still promote ISW when if anyone asks. Like they're still awesome. They're still doing pretty good. David and Brian are in there doing well. Justin's in there doing well. I got to a point where my strategy wasn't working too well, and I was starting to bleed down to PDT range, and I just made the conscious effort to do what I did. I have always said since I started futures that I hope I make enough money in futures to also go back and trade stocks. So, because I would love to find something like I have here to trade like the open on this and then go trade stocks the rest of the day. So that would be the ultimate goal. Now, just getting to there is the goal. Yeah, I still talk to the guys in ISW daily. Maybe not like as much as I used to, but I'm still in there every day. A sugar daddy? Zishan, when you hit one of those real estate deals, you can be my sugar daddy. Buy me Indian food all day. All day, every day. Yeah, PDT, man, it sucks. GDT, Adderley's looking for you. I will hire you at my uncle's Indian restaurant. All the food will be gone of it. I don't think I would eat all the food. I mean, I'm sure it's like everything else. I'd probably get tired of it. I do love it though, man. I love me some Indian food. I just don't understand why there is not a market for bigger lights. Makes no sense. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I feel like I should. I feel like I shouldn't have to look this hard for something like this. I feel like it should already be a thing. Yeah, the light that I got and the one that you showed me, they'd be like perfect for like closets. Or, I mean, because it's motion sensor too. Dog is fast. Might take a little longer for shipping. What do you mean by that? Coming back down here.
So just about a year ago, we were on an impromptu Zoom call with Elon Musk.
I'm Samir, by the way. Hi, Elon.
I know, it was crazy, and we'll talk about it. But he had just bought Twitter, and he was looking for advice on how he could make the platform better for creators.
Now, a lot has happened since then.
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
And as you probably know, the conversation is really heating up right now because Mr. Beast finally posted a video on X and shared how much money he made from it.
Today on the Colin and Samir Show, we're going to tell you what we talked about on that call and share our thoughts for what really matters when it comes to posting videos on Twitter.
X.
X?
X.
I can't call it X, Colin. So it was the end of December in 2022. We had just, broke, meaning like you went home. We were on break.
Mentally. No, our company was
Yeah.
on break.
Yeah.
You're in California.
Yeah.
I'm in New Jersey. And on 1 day notice, we get asked by people at Twitter if we want to join a call the next day with a bunch of YouTube creators and Elon Musk.
And the answer was like, of course, like this is super interesting. It's exciting. There was a lot of promise at that time, shortly after Elon had bought Twitter, that maybe this could be the next big creator economy platform. And because we were being asked to be on this call, that we could have input into how could this become a good platform for creators.
So that day comes. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
When Elon gets on the call, it was amazing. It just went silent.
Yeah, I went silent.
Was anyone else in the room with you?
No.
Okay. I got to be honest. I forgot we had the call.
Yeah, I remember that.
You texted me
I texted
right
you.
before.
Well, I texted you. You weren't on the call. I was like, Colin, you need to get on this call, dude.
So I quickly get my stuff together.
Yeah.
I go into another room.
Yeah.
I hop on the call. Elon joins the call. And then I quickly put it on mute, go into the next room and show everyone. I'm like, Elon Musk. Because they had no idea. Everyone I was with had no idea.
Because you had no idea.
Because I had no idea that in 5 minutes I was going to be on a call with Elon Musk.
Right.
So that was my headspace.
Yeah. So the whole call went silent because it is like, it's a pretty unique experience to have a Zoom call with Elon Musk, obviously. But interesting enough, when he first hopped on, he wanted to get caught up in the conversation, but largely he was interested in the difference between YouTube and Twitter. Like, how does YouTube treat its creators? Because I think if you zoom out, YouTube is obviously the leader in creator platform relationships. And so the beginning of the conversation was largely, Elon asking questions about how does YouTube work? Why are you guys all so into YouTube?
Yeah, and you started off the conversation by talking about how there is a clear exchange of value on YouTube between creators and the platform. And there's a lot of data transparency. We know what does well and how we will get paid.
That's one of the most important things for every platform to recognize. And I think maybe creators know it or don't know it, but when we're on YouTube, we understand how we fit into the ecosystem of YouTube. And I actually think understanding the ecosystem of the platform, how the platform makes money, even in the most, simple ways, there's obviously a lot we don't know, but in the most simple ways, what we understand is we upload videos to YouTube. YouTube sells advertising on our videos, and they share some of that ad revenue with us. That just clean cut understanding creates an incentive for us to operate the way we operate.
And it's a business partnership. We know that we get 55%.
Yeah.
And they get 45%. And we have a lot of very sophisticated analytics about how that 55% is broken down, where the money comes from on the platform.
And also, again, how we become more valuable to the platform. Can we drive more watch time? Because more watch time means we have higher fill rates, meaning more ads on our videos. And that's positive for the entire ecosystem, us and you and the audience, right? So as a whole, we deeply understand the exchange of value between us and YouTube. So that was the first part of the conversation.
And we said that also to emphasize.
I don't think listening to them, which is mainly a podcast, is copyright. I mean, they're just talking. Plus, if I pause every once in a while and talk about it, there's nothing. I'm pretty sure it's just fair use. I was actually going to say something about what they were talking about. And I forgot.
How not clear it was at the time on Twitter.
Now, I do want to acknowledge, like, speaking to someone like him was one of the more unique.
I remember what I was going to say. It wasn't about the video. I was going to say how much it kills me to watch this on 1x speed. Nah, I'm not going to get copyrighted. Even if I do get copyrighted, I'm going to lose out on like 10 cents. So
experiences of my life. Like, he was incredibly attentive and like really deeply listened, and also very blunt. And I find that those two traits to be pretty common amongst like just people who do things at large scales. They do a lot of listening. They like a lot of digesting, and say few words, but very like blunt words. And that was the experience in talking to him.
Yeah, I mean, I think he said this publicly, but he also said it on the call. Everything is broken. Like, he was like, it's not that surprising that things aren't going that great.
Yeah.
Because from what I can tell from the inside, a lot of things are broken.
So we talked a lot about YouTube value exchange, really just the frictionless, once you're in the partner program, the frictionless environment of like, we upload videos and we get paid, right? Like that was a very clear explanation from all of us creators. Like,
I thought they were going to show the call itself, but they did not. Looks like they're just talking about it. And they swept it again. Right back up. Yeah. What earnings are this week? Anything good? No, he's not going to. Wasn't expecting him to either. See what Whelan's up to. Oh, right. It doesn't show anything. He's always been one of them, man. Like I said, I was just his brag bag. You could tell he's that kind of person. Like if you talk to him every day like I was, you could tell the type of person that he is. But it's whatever. I've always been the person where if you don't like me for who I am, then then we're not going to be friends. I'm not going to go out of my way to try to make you my friend. We're not meant to be friends. We're not meant to be friends. Oh, nothing. Just Alpine being Alpine. The video that I made that kind of took off a little bit about being the only transparent channel, he took it personally. Even though it wasn't directed at anyone specifically. He thinks it was directed specifically at him and Nutty. Which they fall into it, sure, but it wasn't directed at any one person specifically. Or any two people specifically. Nice little down move here. Is there any news today either? I didn't check that. No. Tomorrow there's some stuff at 10. Not seeing any crazy things that have earnings today, but there are a decent amount of people that have earnings. Tuesday, however, we got AMD, Microsoft, Google, Starbucks, EA. So there's some pretty big ones tomorrow after close. Wednesday, you got Qualcomm. It's the only one I see that's a big one. There's a bunch on Wednesday. They're the only real big ones. Big one that I see. Thursday is the other one. So we got Amazon, Apple, Meta. Steel, Clorox, Skechers. Some pretty big ones on Thursday. Then Friday, there's nothing. So it looks like Tuesday and Thursday are the ones that could maybe move the market. Aftermarket.
Turn around. You gotta walk, look down. Or is he riding? There you go, right there. Look at him. Ooh. Oh!
Oh my god. Good old VR. Right, Tom? Well, I think it's because they feel like they're being attacked because they consider themselves transparent. But they're not. So it's like, I don't really know any other way. Like, I wasn't even trying to argue with them. Like, you're not being transparent. I've asked both of you the same question. How much are you making from affiliate money on Apex? It's a direct question, and neither of them will answer it. So don't tell me you're being transparent, because the only reason that you can sit here live on stream all day and not have to do something else for money, etc., is because you're selling your affiliation with Apex, and that's where you're making the majority of your money. Don't sit here and act like you're making all this money from trading when you're making 2, 3, 4, 5, 10x what you're making from trading off affiliation money. Or Nutty, and I'm not trying to say they're bad traders or good traders. Like, Alpine makes money. He figured out a way to make money from the props. Like, good for him. But the reason that he can blow an account and be like, whatever, is because he knows while he blew that account, the time it took him to blow that account, he could pay for it 10 more times with the affiliation money. And it's the same with Nutty. Nutty takes his time, but the reason he doesn't care about paying monthly for those accounts that aren't lifetime, if he has any, I don't even know, is because he knows the affiliation money is paying for it. So the reason that he can sit there all day and trade all day and maybe not make that much money from trading itself is because they're making so much money from affiliation. So don't sit here, and that was their argument, is what does it have to do with my trading? Well, it has everything to do with your trading, because you can just keep replenishing these accounts. The normal person that isn't live on YouTube getting affiliation money, they're not going to be able to just keep replenishing accounts with other people's money, essentially. Like, they're not going to get to a past account. They pay lifetime, so it's 140 plus, say, 40 for, or we'll even say $17. So we'll just say $160 per account that they paid lifetime for. When they blow that, that's $160 they lost that they're not getting back. So with them, what they don't understand is while you lost $160, you've actually probably made $500 or more. So it's like for every account that you blow, you actually are making money to just grab more, you know? So it's like they put off this persona of, they're profitable traders, etc., which if they're being transparent about all that, it's fine. But you can't not be transparent about why you can sit here and do that. Like, there's a reason. It's the same with all the stock traders, like Ross and all them. Like, they push their courses and chat room and stuff because that's how they stay afloat. Like, Ross might make money from trading, which is a whole different story, but a lot of these other guys aren't. So if they can sit here and just make money off of other people paying them directly, then why wouldn't you? And I have no problem with it. Just be transparent about it. That's my thing. I could care less. It's part of the game. Just be transparent about it. Zishan, I don't talk about my options account. No, I'm just kidding. Today has been kind of crappy, but we're sitting at 25.6, whatever. We were at 25.8 before today started, but Oxy and JD are not doing too hot today. What should I say? Yeah, you guys can't see it. Let's see if I... Yeah, you still can't see the side either. There we go. Should just leave this like that because I can see what I see. There we go. Okay, I like that. I'll just leave this browser looking like this. But yeah, JD and Oxy are having down days. The green lines on all these are my break evens for the leap options. We bought in the hood when we were down towards 1050, so that's doing pretty good. Let's see if that can recover. Save, we're like right at our break even. It's at 625. We bought that when it was pretty much down. It was like almost at 6. It was a little under 6. We do have a covered call way up here at 10. I'm trying to roll it because it's all the way out in July right now, but we also do have that put still sitting at 5, which if for some reason we get back down to 5, I'm going to try to roll it down to 250. But we'll see. Can't imagine it getting to that point, but you never know. Market said, no, this is becoming a pretty key level down here. Held it 3 times now. And both of these lines have been fairly respected. These were actually daily lines, I think, from yesterday or Friday. No, well, yeah, one was from Friday. Where's this other one from? That's from the hourly. So this first one was from Friday, but the other one's from the hourly, the one up here. We seem to be stuck in this range. Kind of looks like a W though, so we'll see if it continues and gets up to this line. That'd be a perfect looking W. Yeah, we are just pretty much going sideways at the moment. Wombo. W. Wombo. W for Wombo. Oh, you meant Wrongbow? Yeah. Yeah, the fake viewers have been gone, which is good. Like, I can't believe that this... Oh, nice little spike down there. So much for the W. See if we can actually break it this time.
Losing a loved one is hard.
Did you check the file?
Losing a loved one is hard. Oh, bounced right off of it again. Excuse me. Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike Coxmall. For anyone who doesn't know, that's actually me. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. That was from one of the Fast and Furious movies. Let's see if I can go get nutty with it. Just gonna say hi and see if he
I have taken one trade on my 50Ks,
So
by the
loud.
way.
so
Not
loud.
traded my 50Ks even. Just don't like this.
Oh, he's losing
price
today,
action
so
at
he
all.
might not be in a good mood.
So volatile. We go right here. We could have our stop right at the
What do you mean,
lows.
Tom?
Just not sure it's worth it. Right here is where I get filled if I want to do it.
He does sound like he could be part of like
I just
a
feel it's too
like a
risky.
Disney show. He has that voice for it.
It will probably rip higher now.
No, it's still there.
Oh, look at that.
It says chat main room up top,
If it goes without
and
me,
then
it's
I have the off
okay.
topic right underneath it. He didn't even respond. The off topic was 100% created because of Zishan. There ain't no doubt about that.
I feel like this thing is about to just completely rip. But
See, I have completely different vibes. I feel like this is going to break down. Looks like a giant downward wedge triangle, downward descending triangle. But what do I know?
and what I mean by rip is I mean rip higher. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Guess we need to trust this low. The 30s. We gotta trust it. Unbelievable. Let's see if we get above this trend line here.
It is trying to go back up, but it's just trying to go back. Let's draw a trend line just to see what it does. Can't really extend it out as far as I want. Keep going, keep going.
Hey, Adam Boudin.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's been really volatile just like 10 minutes ago. I don't really know why. Not really any news that came out, but the volatility has really picked up here.
Yeah, it does look like it wants to break down.
Makes me nervous to trade it. Hey, nice, Citizen Zero. I did not pull the trigger. I did not. I just don't like the volatility on it, but that's...
Well, he didn't say hi, so let's see if we can get Alpine.
If you need to file one or more
Free IRS e-file. Oh, he's not even there. He's having a good day.
Something going to the car, and I forgot. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that was nutty. This is Alpine.
Damn, it's already 11. How does the time go by so fast? Hit the thumbs up for me, guys. Get those likes going. At 200 likes, I'll give away one more account. Because then we're not going to have a sale, so I'm not going to be giving away accounts until we have another sale. Obviously, it's expensive. So I'll give out another 50k eval before the sale is over today. Thanks for your support, and the viewership on YouTube has been incredible. Oh, I was thinking about when I went to the cars. I didn't check if I got my payout from Apex. Did anyone get their payouts? Nope. Didn't get it. Guess we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow. I love trading. This is my favorite price action. This is how scalping is done. It's scalping is so good on choppy days. Germany, Renee, welcome. I might have to come visit you in Stuttgart. I want to get my 911 delivered right from the factory. I would love to do that actually. I would love to do the Porsche delivery experience where you go to Germany, you get the car from Germany, from the factory, you get to drive it for as long as you want, so up to 2 weeks. You could stay on vacation in Europe. You could drive around Europe, and then you bring the car back. They'll ship it to the U.S. And you fly back. It's a pretty cool experience actually. When do I put your request for payout? With Apex, or are you talking about me specifically or Apex specifically? Another trade
He
there.
didn't
so
answer
just
me
every time it
either.
touches the bottom of the range, I go long, and I've been long biased for the last couple of weeks for some reason. I don't know. I've been just much more comfortable with taking longs. I'm gonna be putting it in probably. Oh, you're talking about the old one that didn't come in yet. I did it on 20th of January. 20th of January. It's the last day. I typically do the payouts on last day because I like to do all the payouts together. Hello from India, welcome. Yeah, it's Nasdaq is one beautiful beast. You can make some scalps and you can make a great income from trading Nasdaq. Especially in
Texas
other
might
parts of the
legalize
world, we're living in
casino. I don't. You know what I don't understand? Maryland, they have that, but they don't have anything online. So like New Jersey, they have the sites online that you can play through the casinos themselves. Well, we have 3 casinos that we can. Well, technically 2 casinos in Maryland, one's in DC, but neither of them have where you can play online. They'd probably make such a killing. Like where you have to be in the state to play at that casino's online website. But it's like, I feel like so many people would play if they didn't have to actually go to the casino. I love trading. What's up, man? Yeah, it's a pretty obvious one. Coming right down to it. See if it breaks it. See how long they can make it go. See if they'll actually get to the wedge. Usually it's somewhere like around here that it breaks. It's always before like the actual end. It usually never makes it to the end. Question is, if it does break it, are they just gonna sweep it, hit the stop losses and go back up, or are they gonna actually drop it? Let's see. Yep, it's all about the big money. All right, man. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping in. Pretty sure I've seen you comment on some of the videos. I don't think I've ever seen you in a live stream, so nice to see you. See how David's doing. Oh, nice. David's having a good day. Trading's easy, guys. You just find support levels and you just buy when it gets there. Easy. Easy peasy. So do I have to get to a payout? 2,600. Yeah, I actually wanted to. I'm gonna go verify. Let me go look at the rules. So they're looking for, it says, looking for traders who trade a consistent plan with consistent size and can steadily grow their account. Not traders that have massive huge days and then barely trade or attempt to flip contracts just to rack up the days to get a withdrawal. This is a withdrawal strategy, not a trading strategy. This is why we also have the 30% profit rule and the 20% flipping rule, as you will see more below. So what's the 20% flipping rule? I don't think I've ever heard about that. Yeah, you're not allowed to use automation at all on their accounts. It says AI, Autobots, algos, fully automated trading bots or software, HFTs, or any other automated trading is not permitted on live accounts. Yes, Zishan, 52,600. And then you can take out max $2,000. He done just said that. Yeah, so for everybody that asked about the 30% rule, here's they put a note in here. It says the 30% rule is not, in capital letters, not a hard and fast rule, blanket across the board. This is meant to combat schemes, get-rich-quick withdrawal strategies, erratic and lucky windfall trading attempts, and to encourage consistency of following a system. This is not in place to hinder a trader with a consistent trading history that had a large day and caught a runner while following their system. A trader who is consistent in following a strategy will often catch runners and have large days. We desire and encourage this. This rule is in place for windfall traders and flippers, not for consistent traders that caught a runner. Consistent traders that follow exact set of rules in entry and trail are far more likely to catch runners and have big days, as opposed to erratic windfall traders that hope from one to other trying for a lucky windfall. There's a lot of typos in just that short paragraph, by the way. Hope they... Or no, that is supposed to be hop, but there was one before that. Where is this? Where was it? How much games get me? Yeah, there it is. This rule is in place for windfall traders and flippers, and it's supposed to say not for consistent traders, but it says no. They forgot the T. Well, see, that's the thing, Justin. A lot of the other prop firms are doing that. Like they're not paying people sometimes. But Apex has been really good with it, and that's why everyone has been coming to Apex. I was looking for the 20% thing. had to do was walk away. It broke. All right, are they going to sweep it? Or are they going to drop it? Is it going to get used as resistance? Or is it going to come back up and go much higher? About to find out. This is usually, so if it comes back up and then comes back down and use it as support, that's a really bullish sign that I've seen in the past. Because basically it's just a sweep. They tried to go lower, it couldn't, comes back up, uses the same thing as support, and then you end up making a much higher move. Just search the page. Yeah, so it's so the 20% thing. It says having a large trading day or days, then only flipping contracts in an attempt to meet the minimum required days to request a withdrawal is prohibited and will result in a denial of payout request until consistency is shown. A trader may not have more than 20% of trading days that could be defined as flipping of any kind. So there you go. Stop loss victims acquired. That would be the sweep, but so far it's kind of fighting. A company is seeking consistent day-to-day trading systems, not erratic trading, jumping from system to system, or working the system to reach a payout request date and just flipping contracts or placing a trade just to show a trade day. Yeah, because I think you have to trade at least 10... It's 10 days, right? Let's see. To get a payout. This says, how many days, how often am I required to trade after I get funded? And their answer is, there is no required number of trading days after you get funded. Trade as little or as often as you want. But that's not to get a payout, that's not true. So far, it's looking like a sweep. All right, so it just has to be 10 separate days. It doesn't have to be in a row. So the 10 active trading days. And it just has to be between withdrawal requests. So like if you trade 10 times, you take a withdrawal. After that withdrawal, you have to trade 10 more days. No, not on eval. That's just on the PA account. Zushan's a busy man. He's got a lot going on. I know you are. I am too. That was actually my way of calling him stupid with you. JK. No, on eval you can do whatever you want. They've made that pretty clear. With the 1 day pass, they're like, here, gamble away. I think he knows at this point that it's all in fun. He knows we love him.
This is your daily dose of internet.
I'm not doing it, baby. Nothing's happened.
Oh, that's funny.
The police were raiding his home, so this. Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
So the reason I was laughing so hard is because we had a pug that did this exact thing.
I'm not doing it, baby. Nothing's happened.
That scream. That was great.
Police were raiding his home, so this guy asked to help out.
Y'all need some help?
I think it might be a little icy outside.
Oh, she gone. Oh, she gone.
I saw a couple videos on social
funny.
media about ice cream that you can get at Walmart that for some reason doesn't melt. So I decided to try it out myself and do an experiment to
Wait,
see if it was
what?
true. I used an hourglass timer and recorded a time lapse of the ice cream sitting at room temperature. As you can see, after an hour, it pretty much looks exactly the same.
Are you kidding me? Later, Zishan. Is that real? Why is it not melting? There's a video from 9 years ago.
What's brown and white and read about all over? This little ice cream sandwich. The media went gaga over Walmart's great value vanilla ice cream sandwiches. There was even a viral YouTube video, all because a Cincinnati mom worried something might be wrong after her son's Walmart ice cream bar purportedly didn't melt after a morning outside in 80-degree heat. She voiced concerns to her local news station.
So I thought to myself, you know, what am I feeding my children?
Consumer Reports set out to find the answer. Is there something unusual about Walmart's ice cream sandwiches that delays melting? What about other brands? In
Is
other
it even
words,
ice cream?
what's the science behind ice cream meltage? Consumer Reports food scientists checked out 5 big brands: Klondike, Nestle, Walgreens Nice Brand, Blue Bunny, and Walmart's Great Value ice cream sandwiches. They were brought to our patio in 100-degree heat. So, what happened? The Nestle bar succumbed within 10 minutes. It took 15 minutes for the Klondike bar to waver, melting slightly at the corners. At 30 minutes, the Walmart, Walgreens, and Blue Bunny bars were soft but holding their shape. And at the end of an hour, the Walmart sandwich, seen in this time lapse next to the Klondike, still held together. What is behind the lack of meltage? To find out, the 5 brands were then sampled by Consumer Reports' expert sensory panel, who had a common observation about all of them.
Tell me about the texture of the sample.
Without question, there are gums in this product. You can absolutely feel it in your mouth.
Very
So it's
big
just holding
gummy,
it together.
almost like a marshmallow. Higher quality ice creams melt clean on the mouth. This is notably gummy, and it has an almost foamy feel on the top.
So it's
3 of
melted,
the
but
products,
it's just
including
holding together.
Walmart's Great Value, Klondike, and Blue Bunny, had more of a foamy, marshmallowy feel to the panelists. Nestle and Nice brands had the same textures, but to a lesser extent.
Manufacturers add gums and other ingredients like calcium sulfate and mono and diglycerides
To rate. They also emailed that ice cream with more cream will generally melt at a slower rate. That goes
Right,
into
that
an ice
makes
cream
sense.
sandwich.
Cream may be a factor, but we know that gums and these other ingredients definitely play a role. Soup, salad dressing, even some yogurt, they're likely eating some.
That makes sense.
In case you were wondering, this is what happens when there's an earthquake in the middle of a surgery.
Could you imagine being that patient?
As soon as it stops, they get right back to work.
License and registrations, please. License and registrations, please. Ma'am, can you step out of the vehicle? Have you been drinking?
I found a musician that can play instruments by blowing air through his ears. These divers found a giant manta ray.
Pretty giant manta ray.
This little guy was so excited to show off the mess that he made.
Like, look at me, I'm a big dog.
So I guess if you pet a rat, they will wag their tail like a dog. This is what a pilot sees when they're flying at night. That is the end of this video.
That's pretty badass.
I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
That's pretty badass. That's got to be pretty cool to be a pilot flying at night. Oh, we made it back up to the top of the triangle. Go heat up some food. Well, I did say those sweeps are usually pretty bullish.
Here we go. So last week, the Dow and the S&P 500 hit record highs, but today stocks are unchanged because this week we have big tech earnings and we have the Fed meeting. We also have the jobs report on Friday, and yeah, we have tech giants like Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Amazon, Google, all of them reporting. So how will markets react to this, and how does this affect our positions? Welcome to Coffee with Marcus and Mark. Today is Monday, January 29th, and in this show, we are going to talk to you about what's happening in the markets and how we are trading it. And wow, what a Monday morning. I mean, last week it was again up, up, and away. But right now, kind of wait and see.
I agree, Marcus. Markets diddling. S&P down a little bit, Dow down a little bit, NASDAQ up a little bit, but barely moving, and honestly, it's to be expected. This week is probably the busiest week that we'll see of the quarter between the earnings and the economic calendar.
Let's start with the economic calendar. So nothing today, but then we're starting more tomorrow with consumer confidence and the JOLTS job openings. Then on Wednesday, the Fed statement. And then on Friday, we have the unemployment report. So super busy week, and the Fed, right? I mean, traders are still trying to figure out what will they do. And after the data that we got over the last few weeks, I think traders are coming to grips with rates will stay higher for longer.
Exactly. The probabilities show that for this meeting, the Fed will do nothing. They will keep rates the same. And so what investors are looking for is some wording and guidance. What does the Fed plan to do? When are cuts potentially expected? And so Fed funds futures show us what investors are looking at, what they feel to be true. And you see that March probability is now shifted to staying put, and maybe a cut in May, but we'll have to see if that changes with Wednesday.
Yeah, so this will Wednesday, the big one where they'll talk about their economic projections, and Powell grabbing the mic and saying what they think about the economy, inflation, and whether they're liking this super strong economy or not.
And that's where I think they're in no rush to cut rates, because the whole idea of a recession and then a soft landing, really with GDP last week, that changes everything. Or now I can't remember. Was it the week before? Either way,
it was last week.
Yeah. So that shows that, hey, maybe there's no landing at all, and we just keep plugging along.
Yeah, it seems this way. So this is why, you're right, they're not in a rush, so rates will probably stay higher for longer. And then also we have this week earnings. Still in the focus. One of the busiest week. If you look at the calendar here, we see that, okay, 3 weeks ago we started slow with banks starting us off, and then it started picking up. This week and next week are the busiest weeks in terms of earnings.
Yeah, almost 20% of the S&P reporting this week, including big names like Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Amazon, Alphabet. Doesn't get much busier than that.
Yeah, exactly. Apple is here. But then we also have MasterCard coming in. We have Boeing, we have Honeywell. So we have a few Dow components. So we have both the NASDAQ and Dow components. And usually sometimes it is, okay, you have more Dow components, you have more NASDAQ components. Now, this week, a little bit of everything all across the board.
Yeah, I think 6 companies in the Dow are reporting. And then even at the end of the week, Exxon, Chevron, it's just a busy week altogether. And then tomorrow before the bell, UPS.
UPS, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But we also see that the VIX, there's a spike that doesn't make sense at all. What is this spike here in the VIX? going up to.
That's a bad
That's
tick.
a bad tick. That's a bad tick. Yeah, so we see that the VIX today is also higher. The volatility index ticking 5% higher than Friday. And no surprise. I mean, there is definitely some uncertainty.
Actually, I'm gonna try to do
of
some
what
push-ups
will
after I
happen
eat.
this week with all of the data flying in.
Exactly. So VIX, a little premium. VIX tracking S&P 500 premium, essentially going out 30 days. So that creeping up a little bit because of the busy week that we have. And for us, it's just seeing what opportunities present themselves.
Yeah. And there were more opportunities today, but before we talk about those, let's take a look at our existing positions. So Oxy last week, we got assigned, we sold the 57 call, and we got called away. So this morning, no more Oxy in our portfolio.
Yep, nice 1 week, 2 week trade, right? We sold puts, started the wheel process, got assigned, sold calls, got called away. And normally we are in a trade a little bit longer, and I like to be able to sell calls multiple times, but I'll take it when it's a nice quick trade like that.
Yeah. All right, then we have CSIQ. CSIQ today a little bit lower again, but pulling back from the lows. I mean, we flew a rescue mission at 21, reducing our cost basis. Then the good news from BlackRock that they're investing 500 million into CSIQ, pulling back a little bit. Looks like it wants to fill the gap. I could live without it, to be honest. I mean, I would be fine if it doesn't fill the gap. But right now, this is what it looks like. So it can be that CSIQ is pulling back towards 21 again before hopefully and finally taking off. First goal here at 25. Second target at 27.
That sounds like a great plan, but let's also move up to 30.
Yeah, and this is where this week will be a big one for CSIQ. CSIQ rate sensitive, right? So if the Fed keeps signaling this higher for longer, CSIQ might take a dive again. But then as soon as interest rates are being lowered, I'm pretty sure that we don't have to worry about it. I mean, it will not only go up to 30, it'll go up probably right back into this range between 36 and 44.
That is the plan, and like you said, looks like a gap fill, although we came off today's session lows, reversed nicely. I would be okay if this just moved higher from here.
Yeah. NEE having a good day today, up 1.5%, even though the markets are not moving. Same here, NEE. I mean, interest sensitive, so we need to see what happens here on Wednesday. And with Wednesday, it could get a push back up to 62, 63. Right now, nothing for us to do.
And it's interesting because there isn't a perfect inverse relationship, but today yields are down, and the 10-year yield really just kind of staying put now, also looking like a wait and see pattern. And with the yields down, actually they were down a little bit lower at the open, and then NEE just took some time to catch up with that.
Yeah, so we can take a look at the yields here really quick in a 5-minute chart. So that's where we see yields higher at the open and now moving lower. Yeah, we will see what happens here. Now UPS, geez, that was a big decision this morning. So let me give you a brief recap. So I got assigned at 157.50, and over the past few weeks I have been selling calls against my position at 160. I've been able to do it again and again and again, bringing down my break even to $144, collecting, what was it, more than $16,000 in premium here. So this worked really well. However, now we have earnings tomorrow before the bell. And if you look at this, I mean, right now, if you look at the expected move, anything is possible. So the expected move, as you can see here, to the upside, 164 by Friday. To the downside, 149. I mean, this is a lot is expected here, a lot of movement. So the decision that I had to make this morning is, should I just sell UPS for a profit and move on and get out of this, or should I sell calls again? Mark, what are your thoughts? We talked about it this morning already.
Well, and just to clarify here, the expected move is one standard deviation, right? So if you have a normal distribution, the idea is that 68% of the time the stock's going to stay between those two levels based on option prices. So that means that if 68% of the time we stay within those levels, then that means 32% of the time we're outside, which would be, what is it? 16% to the downside, 16% to the upside. So you were looking at the 160 or 157.50. For me, nothing to do because I've sold the 165. I'm pretty much locked in at this point. And for you, it was a matter of take risk off the table, look at opportunities after, or get that huge premium that's been factored in. I'll be honest, I know what you decided to attempt to do, and I don't know the results. And I appreciate that. That would have definitely been tempting, and I like it. But I probably would have taken that off the table after having so much profit built into this already.
Yeah, but this here might as well. Okay, so here's what I did. I looked at the calculator this morning and I looked at the premium that was available at different strike prices. So I'm going to zoom in here in a moment. And this is where I saw, okay, I could sell the 160 call again and get around $3.30. Or I could sell at my assigned price and would get around $4.50. And that's what I decided to do. So I did sell calls against the 157.50, getting $4.50 in premium. I have 1,200 shares. So this means that I received $5,400 in premium. Mark, this was just too tempting. And with these $4.50, this is not yet factored in to my break even here. My break even will go down to 139, something like this, 139.50. So
That's
I think
nice.
I have a really, really good buffer to the downside. That's definitely outside the 68% of the standard deviation here. And I mean, if it rallies, I grab some more premium. If it falls down, all right, I might not be able to sell some premium, but today I got a lot of
It's the
premium.
Marcus guy.
And I'm okay playing this again.
I like hearing what they say. They break the market down pretty good, and they just tell you all the news side of stuff and whatnot.
And until it goes up there, it seems that UPS likes to hang out here between 156 and 162, something like this. So I'm okay with that. I decided to do that and I got filled.
Hey, I think you should try to bring your break even down to zero on this one this year. Make that be your goal. Because essentially, you could even sell calls afterwards at like 52.50, and it would have been the equivalent of doing nothing and just holding on to the trade. Because 450 is a lot of premium. I know that's not what we would normally do. It's not according to plan. But gosh, this one's just working out great for you.
It's, yeah. So, and let's see. I mean, if it jumps higher, you might get called away. I might get called away. We're moving on. But right now, there's also not too much happening, especially with today, the markets just hanging in there. I believe that later this week, we will get some more opportunities. Super excited about that. But today, we still found another trade.
We did. And
We found
it's a
several.
usual
We found
name.
several. Let's talk about what we found today. So, energy stocks today. CVE is one of the energy stocks that earlier today, let me just get rid of the expected move. I believe the 1550 strike was available earlier today.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure you're right about that.
Yeah. So that was a possibility. Another one that popped up on our scanner was MRO as a possibility. Earlier, the 22 was available. Right now, it's the 2250. Still not bad at all. So this is another possibility. And then our friend Oxy popped up again at the 57 strike price. So 3 possibility, all highly correlated. Which one is the best?
Well, I'm gonna say that Marcus, you decided to Netflix and chill with Oxy one more time.
Yep.
So 57 strike popped up. And yeah, nice premium on that one. And we were looking for 40 cents on those lows, and then it started to come off of those lows. Both of us grabbed it at 38 cents for the 57.
Yeah, 38 cents. So this was beautiful. Let's see, right now it's 26 by 27 cents. So we are already up 10 cents here. So this is working out nicely. Let's see, we have 2 weeks until earnings. And so earnings are February 14th. And this means that we have 2 more expirations. We have the February 2nd expiration, which is this week. And then we have the February 9th expiration. So this is why we are not yet in the blackout. If you only have 1 expiration, this one I would consider not trading it. But with 2 expirations, what's not to love about Oxy? I mean, we have been trading Oxy a lot this year, have collected a lot in premium, and yeah, keep doing it. But the others are definitely good candidates.
Agreed.
All right.
So nice day.
Let's hop over and see what's happening. And before we do this, is this helpful at all as we are walking through our trades and showing you what we are doing, what we are thinking, what's happening, what happened with UPS? If it is, do us a favor and give us a like. We already appreciate the likes, and this way we know what you are interested in. So markets are diddling along. Dow, down, next to nothing. S&P, up not even a point. NASDAQ, up 22 points at an index that's traded at 15,000. That is officially a diddle day.
Hey, Marcus, one last one I think we should mention. Schwab. WTFXX. I know some people are following along.
Yeah. Schwab. So on the WTF analyzer, we did have Schwab providing an exit signal. I did not take Schwab. You did take Schwab. So you exited this morning with a profit.
Yep, got into this one. I think it was 60.73, I think my entry was, and then getting out at 63.68. So a little bit longer than the 5-day average, but again, those 5 days, just an average. And nice, another WTF win.
Yeah. I'm still in CVS. Did you ever get into CVS? Are you in CVS?
I did.
Okay.
Yep.
So CVS, we're still in there, and we got into CVS right here. So we got in at 76.65 right now, trading at 73.27. So needs to claw its way back. It seems that whenever it does, that there's another smackdown here. But we will definitely get the dividend because we were the record holder or the stockholder on record on dividend day. So we're getting a nice dividend here. How much is the dividend again? Let's see.
60.
That is officially a diddle day. So on the WTO, the lightning, what happened was we are walking through our trades and showing, the others are definitely good.
Hello from Germany. Hey, how are you? My strategy? I have 2 strategies. Sorry, caught me in the middle eating. The main strategy is to take into account the volatility of the open. So at the open, you usually get a big move one way or the other. I try to take advantage of that with a large contract, small profit target in terms of ticks, and I look to capitalize on that. That's the trade that we had today. But then I also have these Keltner channels, which are average true range, and I look for these bands that they put out of the Keltner channels to get hit. These are set to 4 standard deviations. So if it gets up to the bands or down to the bands, I look to counter trend back to the middle 13 moving average. But as you can see today, we haven't quite got to the bands. There is an example, if we scroll out, I think from Friday. Maybe it was Thursday. Oh, this is the PA account now, so it's not going to show it. But pretty much you see every time it hits the bands during market hours, usually you get a pretty good reversal back to the mean. This is actually, so this is what makes this strategy a little dangerous. Yeah, this one was from Friday. Sometimes you get the move down and you have to be pretty quick if you're taking profits, because if not, you can get caught in a pretty big move, because sometimes the market doesn't like to pull back. Here, I think this is the one that I took. Came down, hit the bands, and we rode it back up. That was pre-market, so that wasn't it. But that's essentially what I'm looking for. I'm looking for it to go and hit the bands one way or the other, and then I try to ride it back up to the middle line. Unless there's a reason to get out early. Like if there's a major support or resistance, etc. And that's it. That's my strategy. In a nutshell, as they would say. Where have I learned it? It's a combination of just watching others, the advice of others, just watching the charts day in and day out, watching what price does at certain levels. That's all. Like today, today, something I've noticed a lot is when you have a key support or resistance level and you get a push through that level and it reclaims, usually it's going to turn into a big move the other way, which this has. However, you would have had to get in at some point during all of this, maybe as it used this as support again, but then you would have had to sit through, if you didn't take profits here, you would have had to sit through this drop to get the actual bigger move. Good evening, Germany. That's good. Good point. Good point. But that's just, I don't trade that, but it's just something I've noticed from watching it happen a million times. One can only hope the force is with us. What force that is, I don't know, but I hope it's with us. All right. I don't really see the market doing too much this afternoon. I'm going to finish eating, and I have a ton of clothes to fold because I didn't feel at all like doing them last week, so they're just sitting there waiting for me. I'm going to jump off here, have the Discord, Twitter, if you need to reach me while I'm gone. I'll be in. Obviously, I respond there, just not always right away. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll be here same time, And have a good rest of your day. Don't do anything silly. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.